You got spare game codes or any digital goods? There is a place you can sell them in less than 1 minute. Watch. Go to g2a.com. Click Start Selling. Fast login. Go to My Account and click on Selling tab. Sell new item. Enter name, code, set a price. And done. G2A.com Digital Marketplace. Global selling simplified.
And it turned out my mic was muted. Welcome back, everyone, to Nip Gaming TV. If you're wondering why the stream went down, essentially we were being DDoSed, and we've now given Forrest and GetRight a call to try and hunt down the DDoSers. But what we were saying just before we go live is go show some love to our head sponsors for GOCL. Twitch, G2A, eGaming Bets and Steel Series. Wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for Twitch's amazing platform to broadcast on, G2A as well, eGaming Bets and Steel Series. But on that note, Chewy, we're finally live, or are we not live? They've decided to pause it now, but no, Kucha is back, it seems, on a different account, but he's back, and we're finally going to get this game underway. It's currently 1-0 in favour of HellRaisers, despite what it says at the top of your screens. And Chewy, take us away for the pistol.
Yep, we are live. Infused managed to win the knife round, and will it lead them to some sort of better play on Cobblestone compared to their Mirage gameplay? We certainly hope so. They are on that more powerful CT side. Although that being said, we are seeing more and more often now that the T side on Cobblestone is really starting to become quite prolific, actually. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the strats of HellRaisers can come up with on a map like Cobblestone. Again, we mentioned that recent roster change with Simple coming in, so it'll be interesting to see what strategies they've got with him going on and how they in fact play this. But Aaron with the first kill of the round, he's found Angel here, but he was that lurk player on the HellRaisers squad because the rest of the push is coming in over towards A, and they're getting their running boots on here, HellRaisers. They've smoked off that double door area as they try and get control of the site.
Yeah, but here we go, HellRaisers looking to raise hell on top of this A-bomb site. Kucha and Moo chiming in. Kucha with one, Moo with a double. And now it's a matter of time until surely this bomb goes down, and Kucha will have to, of course, watch his teammates back. Moo will use the bomb site for cover. Kucha just keeping his distance with that Desert Eagle. Moo really needs to try and stay alive, otherwise Kucha will find himself needing to clutch in a 2 versus 1 situation with the Desert Eagle. Oh, Kucha will clutch. Fantastic play from the HellRaisers player. It looked like Infused were finally going to win a pistol round in this series, Chewy. But Kucha, well, he thought otherwise.
And instantly, as soon as that final Infused player goes down, Red Snake asks in the team chat, HP, how low was Kucha to be able to pick up that clutch, and the answer was 11. The triple from him securing the T-side pistol round on a situation that HellRaisers really shouldn't have won. That headshot that came in from Robin, I believe it was, with the USP onto the player on the bomb site was just absolutely phenomenal. Really swift work, and they should have just pushed through then. Somehow the Eagle reigns strong, and Kucha clutches the round out here for HellRaisers. So a great start from them. Infused already being punished just from the first round here. They are going to force up though, scout for Zed, but that was a really nice shot. They're starting to actually try and use the Deagles in revenge by the look of things, I guess.
Well, you know, for the first year or 2 years that CSGO was around, many people really hated the Deagle back in the day. We used to have decos, mainly because it was only really the USP, Glock and Deagle who were the main pistols who were realistic to be used because of a lot of weapons being neglected by Volvo. But now we're slowly starting to see the Deagles come back into play, and Team Infused are going to win this round. Great play from the Swede in Robin. He is, of course, just a stand-in for Windansky, which in a way sort of explains why Mirage was a bit of a mess because of how much of a crucial player Windansky is for this lineup. But nonetheless, credit where it's due to Team Infused, especially getting those 2 frags early on. But I think HellRaisers will be really disappointed with themselves. But they have gone with the good old-fashioned CIS style. They know they've lost a round, but they also know they can't afford to allow Infused to build up bank on the more expensive CT side. So they've decided to force it up again. We've got 4 players on pistols. Kucha has managed to buy up an AK-47 as well. And I think this could really develop into being an interesting round.
Oh yeah, definitely so. Don't count HellRaisers out of this one. That being said, good work for Infused for managing to be able to pick up that second round after that performance in the first map, and then losing the pistol in such fashion like this. Infused, their heads could have dropped straight away, but they went aggressive and it actually worked out for them. HellRaisers is a tiny bit complacent, and we saw that their aggressive stance was pretty good on the CT side on Mirage earlier on, and it really worked out for them. But on that T side round in the Antica, you've got to really be careful of those kind of things, because it was quite obvious that Infused could force up in that situation. So to really get as aggressive as HellRaisers did, I personally wasn't a fan, and they did get punished for it. Nice grenade onto his teammate there from Robin. Not quite sure that he expected the HE to bounce exactly like it did, but still, let's see what damage HellRaisers can do now with this force up here. Will Infused be able to stop it? Not if Angel, Adren and Kucha have got anything to do about it. They chime in with 3 quick kills to enter on this B-bomb site.
Simple, the man who planted the bomb, and now he's going to sit on top of it, try and protect it. And the question is, are Crucial and Zed going to try and take on the HellRaisers, or are they just going to fall back and try and save these rifles? It really wouldn't surprise me if they opted to fall back and save the rifles, and there is the confirmation. Zed will mow down a Dren. He won't be too disappointed with losing that, and I think HellRaisers going to be over the moon with the fact that they managed to sway it back in their favour. And as far as I'm concerned, for the next few rounds, this game's going to get really, really, really interesting.
Yeah, this could be like a real war of attrition here, to be quite honest. Pretty unlucky for Infused that you can see that Kucha, Angel and Simple are actually knocked relatively low. So all 3 players were tagged up in that whole scenario. But the entry frags, coming in with the Tech 9s, and I think there was an AK kill as well in there just for good measures from HellRaisers, really worked well. And Infused got the first kill of that last round, but somehow it just didn't happen for them in their favour. So HellRaisers regain the lead once again here, just what Infused didn't want. And as I've said, yeah, it's really going to be that war of attrition now. Who can completely break the economy of the other team first?
Yeah, that's why I said it's going to be interesting, because we see now Infused, they've said, right, HellRaisers, we're going to play you at your own game. Hence why we've got obviously Crucial and Zed who saved their weapons from the last round, but they had a bit of money to spend. So I think it was Zed who dropped an M4 for Aaron, and I think it may have been Crucial who dropped a FAMAS for Red Snake and a Swag 7 for Robin. Question at hand is, though, can Infused make this 2-2? Their current setup, they've got 2 players on A. Crucial with that scout just watching long, and his left-hand man in Zed. But the thing is, if Zed can manage to get a peek here and maybe try and face some of these HellRaisers players, they're so focused on Crucial that he might actually play off or work off for him. But no, Moo is going to mow him down. Zed's got to be really disappointed with that. And now HellRaisers, they're going to up the tempo. They know that there's most likely only going to be 1 more player on this bomb site, and even if there are 2, one of them is going to be playing with only a scout. Get up close and personal to him, knock him down, get good positions to catch the rotators, and in a blink of an eye, the bomb site's yours and you've won the round. And that was really well played from HellRaisers. Got that entry frag, sort of processed all the information they gathered in their heads and then played it to perfection, to be honest.
Well, you were calling the strat out as it happened, that's the kind of thing that you discuss it, when you're analysing the round afterwards, but it just happened so swiftly, so precisely from the HellRaisers squad that it really worked. Dren's going to meet a Swag 7 to the face from Robin there, and he's just really looking to do any economical damage. 2 players are left low. He's going to get another parting kill, but Simple will knock off his head there. So 3-1 the scoreline. And I hate to call out bad play, but Zed with the M4A4 in hand over towards Long, he really should have picked up that kill. He knocked Mao or Moo down to 33 HP, and I don't know how he wasn't able to finish off the kill. And from then on, HellRaisers just stormed forward, as you said yourself. They knew that there was only a player with a scout, more than likely, on that site. They got aggressive, got their running boots on, and took it over in fine fashion.
No, Infused. They can't do what they did last round anymore now. They've got to force it up. But what I love here is Aaron went aggressive towards Long, and Oh my god, Holy Gabe and Red Snake flanking from behind, but he failed to get a frag. But they've gotten so much information that Robin and co know exactly what's coming. But the HellRaiser Kalashnikovs are still reigning supreme over the B bomb site. And even though it looked like Infused may have at least managed to get 1 or 2 frags that round, it doesn't seem like it's going to occur. Kucha might get fragged by Robin, but I don't think he's going to be able to get away with more than that AK-47. He'd be very lucky to pick it up anyways, because Angel is quick to react. And personally, I'm quite disappointed with how that went for Infused, especially when you consider the fact that Aaron was flanking behind him, Red Snake was flanking behind him, all the information they gathered, and how strong the pistols are in CSGO.
Yeah, and like it's one of those things. It's a risky play, but it's high risk, high reward. Unfortunately, it did not pay off for Team Infused. I like the idea, but it wasn't to be done with. So now we're going to see them no AWP in hand. Kucha has got the AWP on that T side, but 5M4 is the name of the game, and not too much utility across the bank. They've only got that one defuse kit in the hands of Robin here. So Infused still not in the best situation, even though they are able to buy it, but Aaron's looking to change things up. He's gone on the aggressive now as he's picked up 2 huge frags on Adrenaline Simple to start the round off, and that's huge information bought as well, let alone the 2 opening frags of this round number 6.
So this is good from Infused. Hopefully a sign of things to come, and maybe if Aaron can get the next 2 frags and put his name onto an ace, it will give him a nice cheeky confidence boost. But Infused playing this by the book now, but it seems like they've gotten a bit of information on where the HellRaiser players are coming from. They're going to be coming straight towards this A bomb site from long, but they're not going to push in straight away. They know that the CTs have to rotate, but surely Moo's going to get outnumbered here. He really shouldn't be given 1 more frag. And only 1 frag is what he's going to get before getting killed by the Swede and Robin. 4-2 in favour of Team Infused. And now Team Infused, I want to see them build on this. I want to see them win 2 consecutive rounds in a row. Break the bank of HellRaisers. Because HellRaisers on 4 rounds so early on. Yes, more teams are starting to become familiar with Cobble. Yes, it's becoming, it's not as CT side as it once was, because people are learning more about the map and learning how the T side should be approached. But as things currently stand, I feel like Infused need to build up a bit of a barrier, if you know what I mean, on the scoreboard. Yeah. A bit of a sort of give them a little bit of breathing space.
Aaron's continuing on his fragging form. He at least picks up a hat-trick in that last round and starts off here on the first kill onto Simple, who pushed round the edge of the smoke over towards that B catwalk area. Infused looking to do some good damage. They only had to rebuy for that 1 player, so that of course is very important for their economy as well. Adren's been spotted out, tried to be cheeky, but didn't prevail, and they've got control of the drop down here, do HellRaisers. Let's see if they can advance off that. Kucha looking to entry frag, and he does take down Robin, but Aaron once again looking to save the day, as by this tree section he will pick up another kill, and HellRaisers are being slowly but surely shut out of this round. Aaron once again with another triple, make it a quad, as Adren will fall to his knees, and that's really great work. He's even able to pick up the AWP, dropped instantly to Crucial.
I'm actually quite astonished that Aaron managed to get 4 frags from that very same position. Almost like, I find it hard to believe that HellRaiser didn't realise where it was coming from. He didn't have the silenced M4, and it seemed a bit obvious, but who knows. And this is what I was talking about. Infused, they've won this round now, and they've knocked HellRaisers down onto pretty much only Simple with a Kalashnikov. So let's see whether they can make it even Steven at 4-all. Still a very, very long way to go in this half. But Infused, I know them very well. They're a very momentum-based side. If they can go into the second half with a very good first half score, their heads will be in the right place. They won't be arguing with each other. You touched on that early on. So let's see whether they can do it.
Zed starts things off onto Simple. Their economy now broken on this T side. Not if Mao's got anything to do with it. And actually they're doing good damage with these pistols. It's onto a 3-on-3, but the more powerful rifles looking to do great damage, as Crucial will pick up 2 lovely shots there with that AWP in hand. And he knows exactly where Angel is, but they know he's got an AK-47, so Infused do not want to get too aggressive here. They do not want to peek individually. Lovely positioning from Aaron. His shot's really on form here, and at long range he will shut down Angel. So we're all even now, Carnite, 4-4. Infused have matched their round score from that first map, so let's see if they can continue on the form. And we're really starting to see that they obviously must really be preferring Cobblestone than Mirage, because they're looking a lot better here. They've actually woken up now and are providing some good Counter-Strike.
They are. Let's see whether they can build on it further. A lot of Molotovs being bought by Zed and Co, which is nice to see. Obviously Molotovs slow down pushes as well as defensive smokes, which are really much more suited in CSGO as opposed to older iterations of the game. That's what the CT should be looking to do. But talking about slowing things down, it doesn't seem like Infused have been able to slow down HellRaisers whatsoever. HellRaisers not really won many rounds consecutively so far. They've decided to change it up, and Moo has actually pushed long. Nobody realised, and he's on the verge of getting a double, and he will get a double. Moo, phenomenal play. And now Zed and Robin find themselves in a massive pickle, because they've got to try and retake this A-bomb site. But 4 versus 2, the only place they're going to be retaking that bomb site is in their dreams, and they're going to fall back and try and hold on to these weapons. Looking at the bright side for Infused, I think they may very well just be able to mount up a buy going into the next round if Crucial maybe drops. But yeah, Zed and Robin should get a small financial boost. I think Infused might take the gamble and mount a buy. Let's see what they opt to go for, but still, a lot of time left in this half for them to play with.
It just shows kind of like how at times fragile and everything that economy can be on the CT side, considering in the last 3 rounds before this one, Infused had only lost 4 players in total, but still having to, buy those expensive things, having to get all of the utility in hand, armor if it needs to be bought, diffuse kits and stuff like that, it adds up more and more so they will be able to mount a buy here Infused, but it's still not the best ever because those 2 FAMASs are in play. HellRaisers without an AWP though, 5 AK-47s, but once again, as we go into round number 10, HellRaisers with the lead on this T side of Cobblestone.
Yeah, as expected, Infused went for the buy, and rightly so in my opinion. Let's see whether it's going to pay off for them. Angel, more like Devil playing from there. Robin gets a frag, and that may slow things down over towards the B-bomb site, but Zed caught on the rotation. Fantastic play from Moo. Great situational awareness, and even though Crucial has got this frag, HellRaisers still find themselves with the man advantage, but if one of those AK shots rattles off, they may very well be able to frag Simple, but Robin's going to go towards him. Simple's going to take off his face. And you know what? I think he's going to kill Crucial as well. He's all by himself. Is he going to go for this firefight or try and run away and save the AWP? He's in one heck of a pickle. Let's see whether he'll survive.
Yeah, really important. I was going to make a pun and say really crucial that he kept hold of it there, but unfortunately my brain's too slow.
So he did there.
Important that he keeps. Yes, it was really important that Crucial keeps hold of this AWP. He's going to be able to take down Simple, but that was the thing, in that situation there, Crucial opened up and got that frag onto a player who was right on top of the bomb site. So that could have led to, it was a 3-on-2 situation. Potentially, Infused could have done some more damage and retaken the site. The bomb hadn't even been planted at that point, but the fact that Simple was in such an advanced position and doing so much great lurking work down towards drop down, it meant that Infused were caught out. I think they knew that he was there, but he was playing it really patient. He wasn't peeking out. So Infused were kind of left to just decide what to do. They knew that Simple was there. They couldn't really go for too much of a retake to try and take control of that B-bomb site because Simple was, there lurking to take off their heads, which is exactly what he did do. So good work indeed from HellRaisers overall. 6-4 the scoreline. Infused now not being able to bite. Their economy's pretty wrecked, and the Biggie Smalls spray and pray Mac 10 of Angel gets the first 2 frags of the round.
Yeah, realistically speaking, Infused here with only these pistols, just looking to try and see how much damage they can do. If they can get maybe 1 more frag and force 2 HellRaiser players to rebuy, might be decent for him. And Robin just hiding there in the corner is going to go for another towards Adren, but he's not going to get the frag. It's 3 versus 2. Adren, he's gotten 2 already. He's hungry for more, but it's actually going to be his fellow comrade in Moo to finish things off. But Infused, I don't think they'll be too disappointed there. They forced 2 rebuys out of HellRaisers, but HellRaisers being on that T side, we can already see on the right hand side of our screens how healthy their finances currently look. They lose this round, they can still afford to buy up. Infused, well, not exactly in the same boat to say the least.
No AWP for Infused, and that was an important thing earlier on for Crucial. He's been doing some relative good damage with it so far. He's not exactly been on fire with the AWP, but he's been getting good information. That being said, though, Adren will be the first casualty. Back and forward it goes, though. It's a 2-for-2 trade at the start of round number 12, and Red Snake is knocked very low from that player who actually fell over towards drop down here. But once again, it looks like the bomb's going to be making its way over towards the A bomb site. Not if Aaron's got anything to do with it, though. Traded once again here. And that AWP is just so strong. He looked so confident with it there, peeking out really at a time which was quite risky in all honesty, but he lands the shot, and credit to him for doing so.
Well, it's not the first time we see Moo quite literally just stroll completely up long, and he's only gone and gotten a 4-man, and a player of his caliber, you can't afford to give him that breathing space, which is why towards the long area, a lot of the time we actually see sort of players opt to push in towards here. Fnatic love to do it where I think it's Flusher who often hides in the little area where the tree is, to sort of prevent players even making their way towards the top of long to even potentially push towards the A-bomb site. Maybe that type of approach, more in-your-face aggressive approach, is what we need to see from Infused, because right now they're giving HellRaisers breathing space and they're allowing them to walk into these bomb sites and get in positions where they're capable of doing damage or executing set pieces.
Really good work with the pistol so far, though, and this has been a big mistake. This has more so been about HellRaisers' mistakes in this round number 13 than anything else. Nice shots landed by Infused, yes, but still, they've gone so aggressively, peeking through drop down. Red Snake is going to get caught out there by Kutcher, although Kutcher's left very low on 4 HP, but Simple, not for the first time, pushed down D catwalk very aggressively and was punished for it. Still, that being said, the AK-47s are now potentially starting to reign supreme. Eventually, Kutcher will fall, that player who was knocked low earlier on, and HellRaisers have regained control. But in comes the retake situation. Let's see if these TZ-75s can finish off HellRaisers here and give Infused a fighting chance of coming back into this half.
Yeah, it's the Kazakhstani brothers who are going to win the round for HellRaisers. Just to clarify, they're not brothers. It's just brothers because they're both from the same country. And a very, very healthy T-side now for HellRaisers. Even if Infused brought this back to 9-6, they'd, in my opinion, probably, with them being the underdogs, taken into account the fact they've got to stand in, need to really win the pistol going into the second half. But as things stand, they've got weapons to work with. But Moo waited for Crucial, anticipated that Infused were potentially going to try and go aggressive towards long. And well, I think it's safe to say Crucial was greeted with an AWP.
Simple once again getting so aggressive here, and he's punished for it. The first frag down on that T side time and time again. Angel there to help clean up matters though, as he will regain that team advantage, although it's not going to be answered for much longer as Aaron, the top fragger on this cobblestone map for Infused, answers back straight away. So this is the retake situation coming in for Team Infused. I love the aggressive push from HellRaisers overall. They're really getting aggressive on A. We don't actually see it all too often when teams really push forward in this fashion over towards that larger A bomb site, but it really worked well for them. They know that they're probably better aimers than Infused. They already knew, as you said, that Crucial got taken down in that long position, so Infused would have to split up more players, leaving less players potentially over towards B. If they did decide to go for that 2-2 rotation split, but there we have it. 10-4 will be the scoreline. Red Snake just looking to save the AWP here. He's picked up a double, smokes his way off, and should be able to save that. But double figures for HellRaisers. They're looking very good on Cobble now.
They are, and you mentioned Simple earlier on being the new recruit of this HellRaisers side. Safe to say that HellRaisers in CSGO as a whole have had better days than what they're currently going through, but obviously Dozya leaving the game, or leaving HellRaisers, what's your take on that? Do you think they'll miss him?
I mean, I would say yes, but then when you pick up a player like Simple, you've also got to question that as well. Nothing
Problem
against
is,
Dozya,
Simple brings attitude issues. I guess we could talk about it all day long. Exactly.
And there are so many back and forths here about ifs and buts. It's still very early days yet, as I say. We're only a week into this roster. I have no idea, but with fragging ability and stuff, we all know what damage Simple can do. But to be quite honest, he's not really been one of the main standout players here. It's been Mo and Adren actually for me who have really been standing out on the server so far. To be quite honest, especially on Cobblestone, and they're looking to do damage once again here. They've got full control of this A bomb site where it seems Infused quite a bit weak actually. That being said though, really nice retake situation coming in here for Infused. They've got 3 frags in a row, and now Adren finds himself the last one left alive. He's been caught out in the double doors, and eventually Infused will do some damage here. 10-5 will be the halftime scoreline, and considering it was all even at one point, I think we're at about a 4-4 scoreline. HellRaisers really ran away with that, and that shouldn't have happened for Team Infused.
Well, that's what happened. Well, how many rounds did we see Moo just literally walk all the way up long, make his way straight up until the entrance, up to the entrance of the A bomb site, and then just kill Crucial, and I think Red Snake, Crucial and Red Snake trying to hold off the A bomb site with an AWP by himself. Not acceptable, but fantastic plays from Moo, and I mentioned him before this BO3 even started, and I said that 2 years ago he was really a player that stood out for me in his sniping ability, and a map like Cobblestone with very, very long distances really has, in my opinion at least, gotten the best out of him.
And this is the thing, again, like, Infused went for that dynamic CT setup, like we saw Aaron, who was playing a lot over towards the B-bomb site, switching over to A to help out, and it still didn't do much damage. 6 rounds in a row secured the half for HellRaisers. But here we go, let's talk about half number 2, as a really nice aggressive split push comes in here, although Zed isn't able to land his shots and will be punished for it initially. And now it's a 1 versus 1 Robin, already with a frag in this round, against that standout player in Mo, who's just been doing so much damage here. Robin will win it though. Nice clutch from him just when Infused really needed it. And that means that Infused have actually picked up both pistols here on this Cobblestone game. But they lost the anti-eco round in round number 2 in that first half. Will it be a repeat? Let's see what the buy is going to be like for HellRaisers.
Yeah, for sure. HellRaisers, as we'd expect, going for the Armour 5-7 buys. Failing to win this one, they'll most likely full eco it, maybe the odd P250 here and there coming into the next round, and then they'll be able to go with a full-on buy. But oh my god, they're sat right on top of Moo's head. He's going to get one double from Moo, and it seems like, Chewy, we're going to have a repeat of what occurred in the first half. Kucha one-dig all the way across that bomb site, and HellRaisers really raising hell in Skyfall there. I don't think James Bond will be too pleased with that.
Well, I called it, didn't I? You know, this is what we've seen. So 2 times in a row now we've seen it. Infused win a pistol, get complacent, and then lose the anti-eco afterwards. For the first time ever in a cast, I actually looked like a genius, because it was you know, quite obvious that could potentially happen, and that could be good night Infused here unless they do damage with these Tech 9s.
Deary me. You know, the fact that they were stood on him as well was brilliant.
Yeah.
See, if it was real life, you'd probably be able to tell that you were stood on something. But in CS, obviously, it's not like you can buy Razor shoes or something. That maybe that's an idea. Extrify shoes.
Let's do it.
Yeah, Steel Series shoes. But anyways, Aaron making his way in towards long. They know Adren still hiding in that area, and they will staple gun him out. But oh, look at Simple with the Pro 90 again, spraying and praying. He's gonna get a hat trick, and Infused a round that looked so strong for them is going to probably now end in tears unless Zed can replicate what Simple did, and he's not going to be able to. Angel coming down from the heavens to send Zed all the way back to T-Spawn, and HellRaisers, despite losing the pistol, huffed and puffed, fought their way back into this. Some dodgy rounds, but who gives a damn? A win's a win, and they've basically got double the amount of rounds their opponents have now. They're sat in a very comfortable position, only needing 4 more rounds on the CT side, the more favoured CT side of Cobblestone, to win this map and this game 2-0.
Yeah. And that puts Simple on to 9 frags. Again, not calling out bad. Wow, hello, Kobe there from Kucha doing some good damage.
HellRaisers have figured out how to play CSGO.
Yes.
Buy P90 and rush.
Look at it, it's just crazy. I mean, what can you really say? We can't even color cast this kind of stuff. Kucha eventually gets punished for being so darn ruthless with that SMG in hand. But yeah, I mean, like, it's just been crazy. Like, this is the thing, when we gave so much hype to Simple, but he's only sitting on 9 frags now, and that was after that triple spray down with the P90 in the last round. So, you know, in that first half or so, you know, he actually
just creeping up on him. Hello.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that's the thing. He only picked up 6 rounds, and it just shows how dominant HellRaisers have been overall, to be quite honest. And again, you know, on another point, we made really good, you know, conversation about that stand-in player and what it would be like for Robin. But it's really not played too much of a part, I don't think, in all honesty, because again, Robin is a player who's experienced playing with this Infused roster. He's done it at LAN even with them before, so he's a very strong substitute for them. And he's actually been probably the strongest player, in my opinion, for Team Infused in terms of the fragging ability anyway on either map so far. So, you know, I don't think it can come down to Infused having a substitute. Obviously, Windansky is a very strong player, but I still think we'd be seeing similar scorelines.
Well, Chewy thinks we'd be seeing similar scorelines. Hate to say it, but I probably agree. I guess looking at the bright side, at least Infused are going to walk out of Cobblestone, provided they do lose it, of course. Let's not rule them out just yet, in a better state than they did walking out of their map on Mirage. But here we go. Nade going down towards Skyfall, putting Red Snake on 43 HP. And this is what I wanted to see from Team Infused. Look at how aggressive Kucha has gone towards long. Even with an AWP, he doesn't give a damn. But Red Snake, great anticipation. Just holding the window area. But the problem is that Simple is lurking by. He will peek. He knew that someone most likely was going to be there. Because Team Infused got the entry onto that side of the map. They were most likely going to head over towards a B bomb site. But they've gone back towards mid. And they're going to actually change things up and go to A. And it's going to be Kucha, the man I called out earlier on, to try and hold off the push.
Well, he will not be able to do so as Red Snake dispatches of his head. And we're all even now. 3 versus 3. 15 seconds left on the clock. So Team Infused, they do this time and time again. They really take things slowly. Eventually, it will pay off for them here, though, as they're getting the frags as HellRaisers look to push through before that bomb does get planted. Not going to happen, though. Adren now left in a 1 versus 3 situation. Going to stab them in the back. Still deciding to use that M4A1 even after the patch just a couple of days ago. But I don't think he's going to be able to do much more here. He hasn't got a kit. And he's been able to spot out one player. I think he knows where these final 2 Infused players are, but, you know, the clock is ticking down here. Team Infused aren't peaking. Really well played by them, and they are able to pick up another round. But Knight, you know, I hate to, you know, say like this, because I know the fat lady hasn't sung yet. But I honestly wonder whether rounds of that fashion are almost coming too little too late for Team Infused.
Yeah, what makes me wonder is really touching on something you mentioned earlier, the liability that Infused have when things aren't exactly going their way, particularly now with a stand-in, where they can, as the term we use in the UK scene goes, they can tilt. But still, I feel if Infused can walk out of this cobblestone match with a stand-in and with double digits, then I think they'll be able to walk out of it with their heads held high. But I also feel like they're going to have to go back and reassess what went wrong on Mirage, because it wasn't rocket science, it was just small fundamental errors, and I know how much they love their Mirage, so they'd really benefit not just from going back and reviewing it, but they will benefit overall from playing in the Go Champions League. So fair play to the league organisers for giving an upcoming UK team like them the opportunity to play against teams of HellRaisers calibre. But as things stand, Adren gets the headshot and leave things at 3 players apiece. But Adren, whose M4's already feeling nice and hot, it's already got a 1 frag already. He's going to peek, he's going to get a double, but now both Aaron and Zed have been spotted, making their way, rushing straight towards this B bomb site as they stampede. But little do they realise that the HellRaiser players are actually closer than they think. One of them needs to try and plant this bomb, and the bomb is going to go down. We're going to go down because Aaron's dead, and so down goes Zed too. 14-7. Kucha really made that look easy, and it seemed like both Infused players just peaked one by one. Wasn't that much communication going on, but credit where is due to HellRaisers. They were so quiet and they were so quick to pounce as soon as Adren called out the information that he spotted, that they took Infused by surprise as well, and they were quickly on their tail, didn't even allow him to plant. It would have been better if Infused had planted the bomb and then lost that round. They'd have gotten a small financial boost, to say the least.
I think that's pretty much going to be GG unless somehow Infused can do something with these measly little pistols in hand. It doesn't look like it's going to come to fruition. Kucha will push through there, but still all the same. Relatively good cleanup, and now HellRaisers are on map and match point. And again, them losing that round where Kucha picked up those final 2 kills on that B bomb site. You know, HellRaisers had won 3 rounds, and Infused had managed to win that 1 round on the A bomb site, but only 2 players had been left alive there. So to then lose, you know, the round after that just destroyed their economy, which was why they were on pistols in that last round. And again here, even though they have been able to get rifles, they've got 2 Galils, which isn't very good whatsoever. And again, I used the word earlier on, I use it a lot when we see maps like this. It's clinical work from HellRaisers.
So come on, Infused. Is this it? Wait, what?
Oh my god!
Simple! Double knife! Robin will get revenge by getting 2 AK kills of his own, but Autodirector, why have you forsaken us? Oh, we've got to go back and check that out in the demos later on. That's typical Simple.
That was one of those things. Oh, damn it, Crucial, why do you have to ruin these things? Okay, well, it looked like Moo was going to go for another one there onto I think it was Crucial, actually. No, it was Robin who was over, yes, just in front of him. But still, let's regain ourselves.
Let's get ourselves together.
I know, right? I just have to kind of think about what happened there. My small little brain cannot handle this amount of chaos, but here we go, 38 seconds
Angel.
left.
Oh, is he going to go for the knife? Go on, Angel. Oh, oh no! Robin just about saw him. Angel, why? You know, I can't help but feel that this round will probably be over with if Angel actually just uses M4, but who knows whether Kucha can actually clutch. He's coming in, having picked up an AK-47, knowing that he's dealt a lot of damage onto the Dutchman in Crucial, just hiding behind the statue. But I'm afraid that bomb is ticking, and he will take off the face of Kucha. Question is he going to carry on scourging towards this bomb? Is he going to try and defuse it? Or is Zed going to peek out at the right time and nail off his head? Well, no one's going to kill either of the two, but they're both going to run away now, just try their best to survive. There we have it. 15-8 now the score. It was really, really close for comfort. Infused alarm bells, Chewy, need to be ringing because, to be fully honest, that round should have gone in HellRaisers' favour if it wasn't for Angel trying to, mess around. Well, so they can't afford not to check that angle.
I mean, like, the fact that they almost won that round even with all the trolling going on just kind of shows how much of a dominant showing we've had here from HellRaisers. And the knifing was just, a little bit of BM. One funny thing is that I have no idea if this plays a factor. I'll have to ask some admins, but it'll be very funny if somehow, I don't think it's going to happen, but if somehow like round difference comes into play in the final standing of the groups or so, and then for some reason HellRaisers lose out on rounds and it comes down to them trolling somehow in this game. I don't think that's going to be the case, but it just would be a bit of karma for their BM, the bad manners coming in from HellRaisers. That being said though, despite the trolling, they've got plenty of time left to work with here. It looks like this could be another good Infused round, so still just kind of making this a loss not as embarrassing as before, but they've got a lot of work to do here, Kyanite. It's going to be 9-15. HellRaisers still on match point.
Yeah, they are. Financially not looking too good either. And I said that Infused, if they do end up losing this, of course, they could bring it back to 15-all, and we might be going to overtime. But if they do manage to walk out of this in double digits, I've said that I feel like they'd be able to hold their heads high regardless of Simple's antics. So let's wait and see whether they can do it. At least enter double digits, and Aaron wants that to occur, but so many Infused players have been spotted outside along that we're seeing Kucha start to rotate already. Here's Zed rattle off them AK-47 bullets at mid, so he'll relay that information back to HellRaisers, and they've interestingly enough opted, mainly because they're only playing on pistols, to stack this A bomb site. And well, if they end up winning this map on the back of a stack like this, it'd be one heck of a way to finish off the game. But Crucial thinks otherwise, but he is going to march into mid all by himself with HellRaiser players quick on his tail. Let's see whether they're going to chase him down or wait for him to pounce first.
This is just getting more and more tense as the seconds tick on, to be quite honest. Just like, come on, do something. I want to see some action go down. But it's looking like...
Oh, the timing there.
Now over towards B. Very, very close indeed. But I think, it's Robin who's been able to push right through onto B. Got the information that nobody was there. So Infused deciding to take the safer option, as you would expect, and they're going to get full control of the B-bomb site now. So Mo's been able to pick up an M4. He's going to save that. Simple, potentially going to look to try and do some exit frag damage. And double figures for Team Infused. They really shouldn't be on double figures, to be quite honest, but they managed to do so. And will find themselves somehow only 5 rounds away. Only 5 rounds away, I say. From overtime here.
Oh god, Aaron's reaction there with the new animations, the way that his head just turned to the left. Knew he was doomed. You could see death in his pupils. But 3 versus 2, some nice exit frags from Simple. He will get shut down eventually by the incoming Zed, a really outgoing Zed, as he runs away from the bomb site. Doesn't want to get blown up with it. But I mean, this is the way that I'm looking at things. Sure, we can sit and argue that maybe Infused don't deserve double digits because one of the rounds was really gifted to them, and obviously winning certain rounds can have an effect on forthcoming rounds. But I'd like to think that maybe if Infused were playing with Windansky, especially when you consider how much of a strong player Windansky is, that sort of evens out the fact that Simple sort of messed around that round. I don't know. It's I'd like to think so, being a supporter of the UK scene, but I'm probably deluded anyways. But here we go, Robin trying to repeat his antics from the last round, rushing straight in towards his B-bomb site. Zed, Aaron and Robin, Team Infused, sharing the frags right now. not really looking like Team Confused anymore. And even though we had Robin hit the B bomb site to start things off with a heck of a load of smokes, he had someone backing him up as well, make his way in towards that B bomb site, which caused the rotation from HellRaisers. It was in fact the bomb, and the mass majority of the rest of the players were actually towards the complete opposite bomb site. They walked into the empty bomb site, they've planted the bomb now, and Adren and Moo should probably just look to get either exit frags or just save these weapons, to be honest.
Yeah. And one thing, actually, I've got an answer. I've been thinking about this for the last few rounds about why HellRaisers would decide to go for those knives. I've decided that what HellRaisers are doing in this situation is they've caught on. They've got a text from their manager or somebody saying Kynite's going to tattoo his bottom if you actually let Infused win this. So they're going for the knives and just trolling now so that they, in fact, lose the series, because HellRaisers really want to see you with a tattooed arse as well. That's what it is.
I don't think that would go down well.
I'm sure it wouldn't go down well, but I think that's a valuable explanation for going for knives in that round earlier on. Of course, I'm joking, but it would be some sort of an explanation.
Well, the double AWP setup coming out. Kucha with one, Moo with the other. The big guns are out. Is this a sign of things to come? It's going to be Angel going very aggressive towards Long. He's got 3 Team Infused players coming straight towards him. He's put a smoke down. Meanwhile, Robin is doing the same of what we've seen him do round after round, just being that lone ranger going towards the B bomb site, putting down smokes, throwing over flashes, trying to force rotations coming in from HellRaisers, trying to keep him busy. Red Snake with a headshot onto Kucha. Moo returns with a headshot of his own with the AWP straight onto the Sweden Robin. But Team Infused, they are going to regroup now and start making their way in towards Long. But they're taking their time. I like this. Waiting to get another frag, but Angel thinks otherwise. He actually took the AWP towards Long. Moo is going to peek mid and drop Red Snake, and this Infused attack is now starting to crumble.
Yeah, it really is, and the AWPs on that CT side are just really proving dividends here for HellRaisers. That being said, Angel peeks out aggressively, as does the other AWP player here, and Crucial dispatches of their head, as does Zed. Simple pushes through aggressively just when he didn't need to. He's done it time and time again, and doesn't really land too many shots, and Infused were in a 2 versus 4. Now Adren, one of the standout players so far for me, I have to say, with a couple of these rounds. He's going to be the last one left alive. Crucial turns the corner and picks up another kill. A great hat-trick there by the new pickup for this Team Infused roster, and HellRaisers really should not have lost that round. It was 4 versus 2, the AWP's reigning supreme, and Crucial just knocks off heads one by one, and I'm sure Twitch chat is not going to be happy about that. There are a lot of people who have got a bit of squeaky bum time here. They're a bit worried that HellRaisers could take this to overtime if they're not careful with this one.
Well, the problem is, I'd hate to think that this will end up in overtime just because, you know, Angel failed to capitalise when all the Team Infused walked straight past him. He gets one, does a Dren, but Robin returns a frag. Does the Swede. He's going to look for a second, and you know what? He's going to nail Moo in the face as well. Crucial, the Dutchman, flicks straight onto the face of Kucha. And HellRaisers, they're crumbling at the moment.
I'm kind of lost with what's going on in the grand scheme of things, because this should have been over 15-7, 15-8, and it just would have been, you know, good night Infused. But that silly round, I mean, like, great work with Simple there with a Max 7 to do damage, but really it's just consolation for what's going on overall in this round. But, you know, like, that silly round, everything changed there for Infused. They've picked up their game. HellRaisers have been messing about a bit, but especially for these last few rounds when they've been able to buy, they've been playing it back seriously, back usually how they should be doing, but still Infused are landing the shots when they need to. And HellRaisers forced up here. It's still match point in their favour, but they lose the round, and we're somehow at 15-13. I never imagined it going this way. I'm not sure whether HellRaisers just want to practice overpass or what's quite happened, because it looks like that's the case.
Well, credit where it's due to Robin. He had a decent game on Mirage, even though it was really difficult to have a decent game considering how poorly Infused played as a whole. But he's got 30 frags. He's on top of the server at the moment, up against HellRaisers. And regardless of the turmoil that HellRaisers have had recently, you can't help but admit the fact that they still do remain somewhat of a top team, very much unlike Team Infused. So let's see whether they can do this. Have HellRaisers crumbled? Are they going to live to regret the mistakes that they made earlier on? The gambles that they took? Are Infused going to manage to take us to a third map? Simple, the new recruit for HellRaisers, thinks otherwise. Taken off the face of the ex-Dignitas man in Aaron. And Infused now slowing things down. They want to try and regroup. They're not going to go aggressive. Or maybe Robin is taking a leaf out of his own book. He's done this 4 rounds in a row now, and he's been very successful in doing so. Is he going to spot a CT? Does spot one, sprays and prays, cannot get the frag. He's hungry just for the sight of a head from somewhere. GoTV has gone completely bonkers, and Chewy finds ourselves in a 2 versus 2.
Yeah, back and forth. This is close, but Zed will take down Simple, and once again it's left up to Adren here. The bomb's been planted over towards A. Robin, for not the first time, sells the fake. Crucial will be dispatched of, though. Zed with the double already. He's got to get a hat trick to try and take this one into potential overtime here. It's 15-14. Adren is hunting. The clock is ticking. Both players on a double. He's got to go for the defuse. I'm not too sure how much time he's got left here. Oh. He's going to fake it, though. Still, clock is ticking. He's going to be able to get the kill. No, he will not. Zed with the triple there. It's 15-14. Kyanite. GoTV lagging, but I have absolutely no idea what the living hell is going on. I almost swore, because this has just been one of the craziest endings to a map I've ever seen. I really want overtime now. I don't care. Like, this, yeah, I'm lost for words, mate.
Oh, well, the only thing that HellRaisers are raising right now is their 2 palms to double face palm, each and every single one of them. As Crucial looks to affirm that headshot onto Moo. Adren returns something as he drops Aaron. Adren as well with a double onto Crucial, and oh no, the Infused attack suddenly starts to crumble. HellRaisers, they've left it late. But I tell you what, it doesn't matter whether it's 15-14 or whether it's 16-14 or whether it's 16-1. What's important is that you win these games, and HellRaisers most certainly have done. I'm gutted, I'm not going to lie, but guys, there it is, 2-0 in favour of HellRaisers, and we're going to quickly go to a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Alright, ladies and gents,